Hey, that was a good start, wasn't it? It's me again. It is day 4, episode 8, or whatever, of Studio Tickling Tour. Yeah, it's been a long day. I'm a bit tired. I've just driven a long way. I've just driven from Chesham to. I'm now at Ilminster Travel Lodge. Yeah, so that's it took 3 hours. Now, so I was going to get some food on the way down because and this travel lodge is in the middle of nowhere like the one on Sunday was, so I kind of heavily suspected the choice of food would be a little bit dodgy. But my sat nav just brought me down in a really weird way. It's kind of negotiating traffic and stuff, and so I started out on a motorway where there were service stations, and I could have had a KFC or something like that. But then it kind of diverted me because it found a quicker way, and I ended up coming a long way down the A303, and the A303 has got very regular service stops. This is really boring, isn't it? The A303 has very regular service stops, but occasionally you'll find a McDonald's or a Burger King, but a lot of the time it's just a Londis or something like that, and that's no good for tea. So I ended up driving all the way here without getting a stop and without getting any food. So I get here, and as suspected, outside here, you'll see outside my window, we have you can't actually see what that says, but that says Burger King. You can just about see that there. So again, Burger King for tea. No, thank you. So I did a quick Google and ended up driving a couple of miles up the road, and I've had a lovely steak and chips for tea, which was much nicer than a Burger King. So that was good. Right, so Travelodge Ilminster. I think out of the Travelodge rooms I've been in, this is my favourite Travelodge room. They are all much of a muchness, but having a look at this, I don't have in this one, any room for Scottish country dancing, but I do get a choice of beds. So I can sleep in one of two crappy fold-out beds or a proper bed. So that's great. And there you go. It's that ubiquitous artwork again. I'm sure the red ball moves about a little bit, but I guess they just cut the picture slightly differently. I'm sure in Crystal Palace the ball's on the left-hand side of the picture. Not that anybody gives a shit about that. Yeah, so today, good day, 3 appointments. So the first appointment seems like forever ago. Yeah, went to see a voiceover. We were just basically talking about how to set up a booth, how to set up some sort of acoustic treatment in a very small space, and how to make that work. Well, obviously with a living area and all the rest of it. So that was fine. Second stop was where I did the video from earlier with the view. So I did that little video when I first got there, and then we did the work bit, and then just chatting after we'd finished the work bit, went back out onto the balcony, and what I hadn't noticed the first time I'd seen it, and what you won't have noticed on the film either, because I have watched the film since, is that right outside the balcony is White Hart Lane, Tottenham Hotspur's arena. I didn't notice that, and it's not actually on the film, because when you watch the film, we go to Essex to Kent, and then we look towards central London, and there's like a screeny thing, a little meshy screeny thing, and White Hart Lane is actually directly behind that. So you didn't see that, and that makes me not feel quite so silly for not spotting it before, because you won't have spotted it either. Right, so yeah, so that what I actually went there to do wasn't to look at football stadiums. It was to do some work, and that guy is just bought a booth for doing his voiceovering stuff in, and just needs to sort of make the acoustic treatment in it a little bit better. So we were kind of talking about that, and just sort of generally talking about stuff. Just bear with me a second.
Right, Bobby, the water's now on.
Okay.
Oh, it's just going to take a while to heat up.
All right, thank you. Yes, okay. yeah, so that was that appointment, and that was very nice. And then from there, I went to Chesham to see another client, a client with a dog. So we've had one dog. Oh, I told you that there would be a dog there anyway. But yes, I did get little Schnauzer tickles. Yeah, again there it's just a once over on that studio, making sure everything's working, taking out an old ISDN unit as well, and just sort of making sure that everything's still working once the ISDN has sort of been removed. Not disconnecting the ISDN unit itself and the ISDN line, just physically removing the ISDN codec and all the associated cabling. And then from then it was the drive down here, which, you know, apart from the fact that my sat nav was a little bit random, was an easy drive. And then, yeah, steak and chips. And now I'm here in my room. So the little interruption then was because when I arrived, I got told by the lady at reception that the hot water in the hotel is buggered, and they have got someone around to fix it, and she's just been knocking on my door now to tell me that it's been fixed. So there is hot water. Hooray. Yeah, so once again, a very dull little summary of no interest to anyone, not even me. Yeah, so I'm just going to chill out for the rest of the night now. I am knackered. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to sit on the bed. I'm going to watch telly, and I'm going to go to bed in, what time is it now? A couple of hours. I'll go to bed. So, and then tomorrow is another long driving day. I've got 3 appointments tomorrow. One is, I think, about half an hour away from here, which is why I drove down tonight. Half an hour away from here, in Taunton, and then I've got an appointment in Bristol. Yes, I always get Bristol and Brighton mixed up, but it's definitely Bristol. The names, not the cities. And then after Bristol, it's Cheltenham. And I'm chuckling because I always get Cheltenham and Chelmsford mixed up as well. And I'm tired, so I'm having a double check. So it's Taunton, Bristol, Cheltenham, and then I'm going home. So yes, tomorrow will be a good day. I'm off. Sleep well. I will.